Okay, so here's the top end of the hole that I've been digging a stretch of creek. You see my hole there, a little bit of flood overburden, loose pebbly stuff, getting down to decomposing bedrock, and I just dug out of that hole. So you can see some broken up bedrock. I'll try to grab that on my next round. Alright, got my little classifying station set up here. This is what I've been digging. It's decomposing bedrock and clays covered by a couple inches flood material. So looking pretty good to start. This is how I kind of do things. I probably overclassify, spend too much time classifying and too much time digging the nooks and crannies. But and I also probably tend to overfill a 5-gallon bucket, so it makes it heavy to carry. But that's what my stuff looks like. Kind of a mix between gray and orange clays in the creek, and it's sort of a tan looking. Alright, so here's how I got my sluice sled up. I like using the RPE black sluice. I don't think they're making black anymore. I'm not sure what's going on with them, but I'd buy a new one if I could. And here's my material. So I'm going to start running it and show you what it looks like when I'm done. Hopefully I'll get a nice extra large flake in there or something. Alright, I've run about a half a bucket so far. My panning station set up. I like to sit on a bucket with a pad, but I'll just show you one quick video of the material going through. Not too terribly clumpy, so that's good. I don't have to use 2 hands. I kind of stay in the center of the V to kind of where it goes from left to right. And gold tends to drop out in the indicator strips better that way, I think. Now let's see if I can zoom you in on. There's a couple nice little flakes in there so far. Sparkly pieces. Probably the best looking section right there. One thing I like to do is when I finish up the bucket, I take the last bits that are in the bucket and pan them out. It's just a fun thing to do for me. This one's a really good. Usually if I got like 5 or 6 little pieces of gold in the bucket, I'm pretty happy with it. And this one is only like a 1/4 of a scoop, and it's got a good dozen pieces of gold in there. Some mediums, there's a couple of big medium flakes there, some smaller flakes, and then there's a nice medium flake too. So pretty happy about that. Excited to see how this sluice bucket turned out. Okay, here's what I got sluiced out in the first bucket. A couple nice medium flakes there. In the RPE, the bottom of that indicator strip is 100 thousandths long, 100 thousandths wide, I mean. So you can get the rough size of the pieces. And the V action has its tendency to push the gold towards the middle. See some pieces in the middle right here, and some more pieces up there. And then on this side of the V where it got pushed in, a couple nice mediums there too. And then, let's see, right in the middle, it's two nice medium pieces. Anyway, time to pan that out. And I think you've heard of the term safety panning. So when I got the concentrates out of the sluice, I panned it out into this smaller pan, and believe it or not, you do lose gold if you don't safety pan, because there's one nice small flake right there. Nice long one. I don't know how that happens, but it sure does. I'm not even an aggressive panner. This is just the lightest of the lights and the lightest of the heavies, and still there's a really decent piece right there. Just another little snippet coming. So this is the black sands mixed with the gold. That's just a really, really pretty sight. That's a really nice 5-gallon bucket too. Pretty good spec count, nothing particularly large, with a lot of nice mediums and smalls and micros, but pretty good piece count. But I just love seeing that gold in with the black sand. All right, that's what it looks like all cleaned up. Pretty nice 3-dimensional gold, nice and shiny, real pretty stuff. North Carolina, and I'm digging in the Uwharrie National Forest. So got a pretty good spot. Dug here a couple days already, getting her up around 40-50 milligrams a bucket. So if I can get 4 buckets and maybe get 0.2 grams a day, I'd be really happy with that. So anyway, back to digging. Okay, bucket number 2, still looking pretty juicy. Nice decomposing bedrock clays, big bedrock chunks. I can get all the stuff off of underneath, this slight bit of overburden. So looking good. Well, I was just sitting here enjoying my lunch, trying to warm my feet up actually, and I saw something sparkling gold in the water right there, and went over and reached it, picked it up. Piece of glass with the label still on it. That sucker was sparkling gold. There you go, got gold on the brain. All right, bucket number 2, and this is what's was left in the bottom of the bucket, like a half a scoop. Nice flake right there. About 10 or so smalls. So yeah, that's pretty nice. All right, here's bucket number 2. We have some nicer pieces in there. A little bit larger. Got some nice ones there. The larger ones are a little bit further down the sluice. There's one. There's a pretty nice one. When those waves catch it and make it big, it can be exciting when that flashes in your eye. A couple of nice ones over here. Probably some in that first row too, or the sand doesn't get washed out too well. Just the small ones. Okay, there's bucket number 2. Did get a large lead shot in that one. It's really nice, clean gold. They've been digging, decomposing bedrock that, no other prospector or miner's ever dug. So no mercury in it. It's nice looking. So doing good. All right, bucket number 3. Got some slightly bigger pieces on this side. A good piece count. Not sure. Might not be quite as good as the first 2 buckets. Hard to tell. All right, bucket number 3. Say not quite as good as 1 and 2, but still there's some nicer flakes in there. Looks pretty good. Maybe 40 milligrams. Well, my last pan of the day. This is my safety pan. Must be getting tired. I must have panned that a little sloppily, because look, there's 5. 2, 3, 4, 5 nice pieces in there. That's pretty bad. Anyway, I'll snuffer that up and get onto the 4th bucket. Final pan out. Probably another 0.5, so I'm guessing maybe 0.18 today. All right, so there's my gold. I usually just pan out the black sands from the snuffer bottle and get the gold purified that way, and then I take a magnet and get the last little magnetic bits out of there. I've tared my scale already, so here we go. We'll weigh it up. 0.212 for the day. Pretty good. $20 or more, so not bad.